up, everybody? This is Anthony with Granddaddy Herps. I'm gonna show you the new reptile room that I got going on. Basically we had a roommate move out, and we can afford rent and everything with our job promotions and all that other good stuff, so decided that we're not gonna have another roommate move in. So what we did is we brought some of my daughter's toys in here, some of her bigger toys, her little cars or whatnot, and then we're using this closet as like a little mini storage. So I got the sandy chips, the bearded dragons, a couple other things, but we're gonna organize and whatnot, figure out what we want to do. It's my daughter's like stuff from when she was a baby, so we're gonna get rid of all this crap and make room. I got some extra tubs that you can barely see up there. Actually, I got a light, so I got some extra tubs, some extra heat bulbs, just some boxes in case I need a ship in the future, and just a bunch of miscellaneous like tanks and bulb like accessories and stuff. So just gonna try to get rid of most of all that crap and just organize a little bit. Right here is my homemade incubator that I'm working on. If everything's right, I should be able to fit about 6 of those tubs in there, so that should be pretty good for a while. What's nice about this one is this was like a $350 wine cooler that I got for, I think it was like 40 bucks or something like that. So I just unlocked it, and it's got a light so it'll shine down on all the eggs. So if I have this open, you can see the light shining down, so it'll shine down nicely on the eggs, so I can kind of peek in on them every once in a while. And it has a temperature gauge, so that's Celsius. Let's change that. Oh crap, I gotta unlock it again. So turn that light on. So it's about 73 degrees in there, of course, with the thermostat hooked up and everything. That'll go up to where it needs to be, which is nice because I don't have to get a thermometer. I could just get like a cheap heating system if I need to, but I don't want to do that with eggs. And then question for you guys. See this tank right here? This is a small little Exoterra tank. I think I want a new pet. Something like small though. I kind of want to ask what you guys would recommend I get for a tank like this. I don't want it to require any type of heating. This is a UVB bulb, so it could require UVB. What I did have in here at one point, and it lived really good and healthy, was a crested gecko. But then I kind of wasn't really into crested geckos, so I gave it to somebody who had a female crested gecko and mine was a male, and I just basically let her have it just because she had a huger tank, and I knew it would be in good hands. So sometimes it's just better for the animal if you just give it to someone that wants to dedicate more time than you. And I didn't charge her anything for it. I just gave her basically $100 crested gecko for free, just because I knew it was going to go to a good home. I'm thinking about making this like a little frog setup or something like that, like a Pac-Man frog setup. Thing is, it's kind of high, so I might have to get some type of like gecko or lizard or something. But tell me what you guys recommend I put in this tank. I also used it for my bearded dragon hatchlings when I first hatched them out. And speaking of bearded dragon hatchlings, this is actually a male holdback from the first clutch that I hatched out. I showed him to you guys in one of the last videos. He's getting big. He's a little stressed out because I just moved all the lights and everything. So once he gets all warmed up, he'll be just fine. And he's going through a shed on his head. But yeah, he's really pretty. Other than him when he's not like stressed out or whatnot. So here's his tank. I'm gonna cover the sides so that it kind of helps him blocks him from seeing the adult bearded dragons. But yeah, here's this little setup. I'm gonna feed them after this video. I got a bunch of like lettuce and zucchini I'm gonna chop up for them. So on to the rest of the room. So this is this wall, and again I'm sharing this with my daughter. Let her play in here when I'm in here, but when I'm not in here, of course, can't let her play in here because of all the electrical. So I have a lot of room in here. I'm thinking about maybe buying some shelves so I can put the tanks on, the tubs on, and possibly like a few 20-gallon tanks just in case I hatch out some more bearded dragons, because I have 3 adult bearded dragons here that are ready to go. Just waiting for that male right there to get up to size so I can breed. So here's the adult bearded dragons tanks. And these guys don't fight at all. I mean, you can see they've all got their tails except for this one, but that was how I got her as a baby. And I've had her for about 3 years. I raised her up. She's my baby. They all love each other. They like cuddle on each other, lick each other. And I know it's not recommended to keep bearded dragons together, but I found it not to be a problem because I gave these guys so much attention that they just couldn't go wrong, you know. So they're good lizards. I love them. They're my pets. I'm not really trying to do too much breeding with them, but you know, if that male gets old enough, maybe I'll give it a shot for a couple seasons. But basically, once these females die off years down the line, I'm not going to be breeding bearded dragons, because I want to focus, of course, on ball pythons, just because of as far as the breeding goes, these guys are going to be more beneficial to me. And I'm just kind of more into the ball pythons as of lately, but ball pythons are more of my breeding project / pet, but these guys are for sure my pets. I handle them all the time. I let the snakes out every once in a while so they can crawl around, but I wouldn't say as much as I let these guys out, because you know, I work 40 hours a week and I have a girlfriend and a daughter. Try to manage all that is kind of crazy. But since I'm here in the reptile room that I got going on, might as well do a full collection update. I do want to come up with names for these animals. I don't have any names for them. I kind of had names for the female bearded dragons, but I don't like the names anymore. And one turned out to be a male, or a female instead of a male, which is that gray lizard that's right there, the sandfire. I thought it was a male at first, but turned out to be female. So all I have is 4 bearded dragons, and I believe it's 10 snakes. So let me show you what I got up here in the snake rack. It's gonna be hard for me to kind of show you this. I'm not gonna take it out. Let's see if I can pull it out somewhere. I just cleaned all their tubs, so I don't have the water bowls in. But this is an adult female normal. There you go. Gives you guys a nice good look at her. She'll be ready to go this season. She laid 9 eggs for me last season, but I'm waiting until like about February, March, just because she's still right around the 1,500 gram range, but she was a little bit more than that when I bred her last year, so I want to get her back up to that. And one that I have started breeding already, which she's more than ready to go, is this 3,000 gram female normal. She's my beast. I mean, the head on her is just huge. She's got a little bit of stuck shed on the top of her head, but that's about it. But she bred to the lesser already. I threw the male bumblebee in there, but I didn't get any actual locks that I caught. I saw him courting a lot, so I mean, it's potential that bumblebee did breed, but you know, no witnesses, so can't say that. But lesser for sure locked already. I'm gonna keep an eye on her, see if she ovulates or anything like that. Yeah, sorry that this video is kind of long, guys. You know me, I like to talk sometimes. These guys, man, they can get right underneath this newspaper every time. There's my male bumblebee, 900 grams. He's the one that I said that potentially locked. Beautiful boy. You know, hopefully I can get like a female bumblebee or something. Maybe I'd hold that back, but kind of want to hold back a killer bee female if I get one in the near future. I'm trying to get my pastel female up to size, but I don't think she's gonna go this year. Next year for sure, though. So there's my my male bumblebee, and also this rack I built myself. To any new people. Bought all the tubs from Walmart. They're not the best tubs. I don't recommend them at all, just because, and I'll show you why. The Vision tubs don't have a little indent lip right here. These tubs have a lip, so the shit gets caught up in here. It's kind of good too at the same time because it acts as like a trench, so the shit does get in here and it kind of keeps it off of here, but still it's no fun when you clean because it kind of gets caught in on the inside of that. But let's see who I got in here. So it's the male lesser. I'm proud of this boy, man. 500 grams, already starting to breed. Little handsome looking lesser boy. Come on, buddy. I raised him from a hatchling too. He was about like just under 100 grams. Looking good. He's got really good coloring. But yeah, he's definitely gonna be a good breeder in the future. I can already see it. He's always been a good eater, turned into a good breeder. So hopefully we'll get some more lessers. I'll probably hold back a lesser female. I'm trying to hold back females, but then again, I don't want to hold anything back until I start getting into double genes. Because the only thing ready right now is my normal females, so might not hold anything back. Right here we have my female, 100% het clown. She's pushing almost 500 grams already. I got her and she was right at about 200 to 250 grams. So she's doing good for me. She's the one I said that, I mean, she's got a lot going on, and it's probably because she's het clown. Her patterns are really, really black on her back. Her patterns are really crazy. She's got high gold on her spine, but she's a pretty looking female ball python. Getting another snake shipped in on Tuesday or Wednesday, possibly Thursday the latest. As promised by the breeder for a second time. We'll see. He's been kind of not really good with communication and keeping in touch and sticking to his word on shipping and stuff like that. But I know he'll come through. So here's my male 100% het clown. He too is also a really, really nice looking normal. But you can't really call them normals if they're hets. Because the hets, believe it or not, it does have some effect on them. I think these guys look like granites. But yeah, guys, here's these guys have really cool bellies. Let me show you. They've got really, really cool bellies. I'm gonna show you the belly on the last one. I know something about it. It looks really cool. Let me show you. Look at the belly on that. Look at that wicked. A nice white, super white belly with little checkers on them. Alright, kind of like how a garter snake's belly looks. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is what I already showed you, yes. And in case you guys are wondering, I know you guys don't see any hides, but I mean, it's dark back there. These guys don't need hides. They go right underneath that newspaper and they do perfectly fine. And also, these are 41 quart tubs. Probably in the future I will start trying to separate them into two smaller tubs for hatchlings, but I want to get a whole new hatchling rack for my hatchlings. But I kind of feel, I know some people aren't going to like it, but I'll put a hatchling in here, I don't care. Because I mean, all ball pythons go in the corners and they hide anyway. So I mean, it doesn't matter what size tub you put them in, they're always going to ball up and go hide somewhere. So might as well put them in a tub that they'll get used to for the rest of their life. So here's my pretty girl. She's not shy anymore. She used to be really shy, but not anymore. This is my female firefly. Her color is just getting brighter and brighter every day. Look at the head and pretty blue eyes on her. She's starting to look a lot like Reptile Nexus's firefly, the other one he had. This is the sister to the one he has. And the reason why I say that is because his has a lot of these silver blushings on him, and the bigger she's getting, she's putting on weight, the more that hers are separating, so it's starting to look a lot like her. Look at that nice little belly on this girl too. She's starting to go into her little ball. When I first got her, she used to do that all the time. She's a pretty little snake. She's my so far my best eater this part of the season. She's eating everything that I throw at her. About ready to switch her over to small rats. She's already pounding 2 adult mice like it's nothing. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. This one might actually be empty, but I'm thinking my pinstripe or calico's in here. Yeah, there's my pinstripe. This girl does not like to be handled at all. She doesn't bite. I give her that much for not biting me. But she is squirmy. Like, you grab her and she takes off. She does not like to be held. And I try holding her a lot, but she is so squirmy. Look at that. She's like a colubrid or something. She just loves to like slither away. Look at that. She hates being held. She's pissed off. But overall, she's a good snake. She's not the best eater in the world, but she's a good snake. And then here, my female calico. Ooh, fresh out of shed. Let me put that back up. Okay. Female calico, fresh out of shed. She's doing okay. She's really hit and miss, but her sides are really starting to come out really good. I mean, she's just like bright gold. Let's see if I can get you guys next to the light so you can see like her true coloring. I mean, she's gold. She's a pretty calico, and then her little whites are starting to come out. The older they get, the more white they get, because just like I was talking about in the firefly, their scales start to expand. So in a sense, it looks like there's more white coming out. But look at those blushings, those like flame blushings on the side. But yeah, that's her. Can't wait for her to get up to size. Calico projects are definitely something I'm really excited about. They have so much potential, and anything you put to a calico just makes it 100 times better. One thing I think I want to start getting into, I kind of didn't want to get into it at all because everyone and their mother was doing it, but I think I might start getting into enchies here pretty soon. Just because I like how they clean up everything, and I think enchi calico would be pretty nice too. But yeah, there's her. Put her back. There you go, sweetheart. She's a really docile snake too. Love this girl. Oh, look, you can see the gold spine on her now. But it's just super gold. I can't explain it. These and sugars, I mean, they're pretty much the same thing, but they just have like this gold highlight that you just can't explain, that you don't get on any other morph. But last but not least, this girl I just showed in my last video. So you guys already know who this is. My female pastel. It's just a regular pastel. It's not a super pastel. I know sometimes this camera makes her look a lot better than what she really is, but she's just a nice regular pastel. Can't wait for her to be up to size, because I mean, anything you put to pastel, like I said in my last video, just makes it 100 times better. It's my favorite morph out of all of them is pastel. If pastel would have came out a lot later than any other morph, people would look at it a lot differently, because of its breeding potential and its power. That's what I was trying to get at in my last video. You know, pastel was one of the original morphs, so everyone's already used to it, and they've done hundreds of things with it, so its value is really low, and it's kind of underestimated as far as breeding goes. But like I said, if this morph would have came out, let's say a month ago, people would be on this like flies on shit. Anyways, that's just how I feel about pastel gene, but it's my favorite gene. That's why I've got 3 snakes that's got pastel gene in it. But yeah, guys, here's my my scale and stuff. It's my little breeding room that I've got going on. Definitely want to use a lot of the room that I have in here, but I don't want to be an animal hoarder, so I kind of like it how simple it is right now, but do want to put something in there. So to end this video, guys, write down below a comment what you think I should put in here. It could be anything that would fit in here, full term. Maybe like a Pac-Man frog or something. Even though it's high, I can do something to kind of make it work. But just tell me what you think I should put in here. Please don't say crested gecko, because I do not want a crested gecko. I've already had one. They're cool, but not for me. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching this super long video. Have a good